Hi, I'm Tanner with Transwest Truck Trailer RV here in Frederick, Colorado. Today we're going to go over a 2016 Sundowner Santa Fe. This is probably one of my favorite trailers on the lot. It's got a really cool little small living quarter package in there where they kind of put everything they could in a 5.5 foot short wall, which I didn't think was possible, but they went ahead and did it, and it's a really cool setup. So I'll walk you guys around this trailer and we'll try not to freeze this morning. Up here under the nose, we got your typical, you got your two 20-pound propane tanks right here. You do have enough room that you could possibly fit 30-pound tanks right here if you did want to upgrade. Below that is your battery box right there. It has two clips to hold it shut so you don't get all the road debris on those batteries. It's also vented, so if it gets any heat built up, that heat will vent out the top. But those batteries are going to power your living quarters, all your lights and stuff like that. Cool thing about it is, since you already have battery power, this is just a standard manual jack as it sits right now, but since you already have that battery power located right there, it'd be really easy to put a hydraulic or an electric hydraulic jack on this trailer for you guys. Here you do have a spare tire. You got all new tires all the way around this trailer. Cool thing about it is this spare does have a matching aluminum wheel to the wheels that are already on this trailer. That way if you guys have a blowout or a flat, you can throw the spare on there and keep your trailer matching and not have an ugly steel or a donut rim going traveling to rodeos or shows or stuff like that. Up here at the front, we kind of have your typical setup. Your 2 5/16 gooseneck ball, your safety change, and your 7-pin. There's also your breakaway battery located behind the gooseneck to power your breakaway brakes on this trailer. Moving over here to the living quarter side of this trailer, or your tail side of this trailer, you'll notice as we scan, we do have nice frameless windows up here in the nose, which I think make this trailer look really cool. Kind of a smaller LQ, so I'm not going to jump up in there. I'll just let you guys pan around and I'll come in behind you. But it's 5.5 foot short wall, like I said. It's even equipped with a full bathroom, which a lot of times if you go to these smaller short walls or these weekender type setups, you're not going to get water on board in these trailers. You're just going to get a place to get out of the weather and, you know, get some nice house amenities, but a lot of times you're not going to have a toilet or a shower. So it's really cool that in this small setup, we do have that toilet and a shower. You'll have full water, full plumbing, full AC in this trailer. You have a nice shower set up right there. You'll notice the big walk-through door. I love having a walk-through door in these trailers just because it gives you that option to use that front stall as a mud room or to, you know, store stuff back there and check on your horses while you're traveling if you're only hauling one or two. So it just gives you a lot of options that I think are really nice. You will get a fantastic fan up there in that bathroom as well, you know, to vent that bathroom out if you guys are showering, keep the steam out of there. Another thing I really like about the inside of this living quarter is the way they set up your colors in here. It's a really nice lighter color package. For a smaller trailer, I'm glad they did a lighter color package like this, just because if you go darker in a smaller space like this, it's going to make it feel really small. But I think for the size of this short wall, it just feels, you know, super roomy. You will get a microwave in here. You will get a small fridge in here. You can't do a full size just because there's really not the room for it, but you get a small, nice Dometic fridge down here with that matching front to it that matches the wood trim in this trailer, as well as your full porcelain sink. That's not a plastic sink, that is a porcelain sink, so it is a nice sink in this trailer. Your AC will be up there on the roof. We'll have an heat strip in that AC, and the thing I like about it, I'm actually going to jump in here and show you guys really quick, is how easy it is to get to your fuses and your breakers in this trailer. So if you ever have a problem, lights not working, anything like that, typically it's hard to find how to fix those in your trailer. But with it right here, it's super easy. Your breakers are right here, your fuses are right here. Everything to power your trailer is right there, which is super handy in this trailer. You will have AM/FM radio in this trailer as well. There's a CD player right here, as well as your water heater pump and your pump on and off, as well as your, you know, your black, your gray, your freshwater measures and stuff like that. So it's just a really cool tiny setup that I think would serve someone awesome that was just traveling, maybe 1 or 2 people, running to rodeos and wasn't staying at shows for a super long time. I think it's a super cool trailer. Coming down the tail side, you do just get your sliding type bus windows on this trailer. Again, you can kind of regulate your airflow like that. You'll notice up top you do get an aftermarket hay rack on this trailer, which is a really cool upgrade. A lot of times you see on these smaller trailers, they don't have hay racks. So I talked a little bit about that mud room in that first stall. A lot of times if you don't have a hay rack, you're using that mud room for your hay and feed and stuff like that. So by putting the hay rack on that, you're still going to be able to use that mud room because it's not going to be crowded up by, you know, totes of grain and hay and stuff like that. You'll have your ladder up to your hay rack like that. It isn't what I would call an easy angle ladder, so it will pull out of this housing and come down here and give you, you know, about a 45-degree angle up into that hay rack. That way you're not climbing straight up there if you do need to load hay. Those are those wheels that'll match that spare I showed you guys on the front. And they are really nice black and chrome aluminum wheels. They look really, really nice in this Sundowner. Yeah, it's a really cool trailer. I can't tell you guys how much I like this trailer enough. Coming around to your load side, it is a 60-40 setup or a 50-50 setup. You will notice you get your folding rear tack right here. So this is fully collapsible right here on the rear. If you did need to load an ATV or UTV, you can pull those saddle bars out, collapse that tack room over, and have all that room to load stuff in this trailer as well. You get 2 brush trays right here mounted to your tack room door, again holding your sprays and stuff like that, your brushes, keeping them from rolling around inside that trailer. Because a lot of time on folding rear tacks, something people don't realize or they don't notice right off the bat is that if your horses go to the bathroom in there and that urine's running and stuff and you don't have a draining floor like some of these trailers do, there is a gap underneath here. So anything you have sitting on that floor has a tendency, it will get wet on lawn travels and stuff like that, or your horses are urinating multiple times. It is going to run underneath there. So if you have stuff laying on the ground, it's going to get pretty nasty. So I like that they do have these brush boxes here to help you keep stuff off that ground and out of the way. You'll have your shore cord hanging right here, again, to power your LQ side of this trailer, whether it be with a generator or a hookup at a fairground you're at. Well, it's frozen to the ground. I'm going to show you guys the floor, but it is aluminum floor with rubber mats. We check all our trailers when they come in. Again, this is a 2016, so when they come in, they run through both our LQ shop for our living quarter side. They'll service your fridges, your microwaves, your ACs, a generator if it has one. And then it runs to our horse trailer side where they check the chassis, all your horse trailer components, make sure there's no soft edges, everything closes and operates how it should, all the lights work, the brakes work, and stuff like that. So you're getting 2 fully professional shops running through these trailers. So you guys can be confident that you are getting the best quality used trailers you can find. Again, you get padded dividers in this Sundowner, so it's a really cool setup. Another thing I wanted to point out is this first stall, it is a telescoping divider. I'd show you guys kind of how it works, but with this out, it kind of defeats the purpose. But this will slide in, and the reason it does that is because if you do fold this over, like I was talking about earlier, you're going to want to slide this in just so it doesn't stick out these back doors, so it still gives you the option to close those doors if you do have an ATV or UTV in here. Up inside here, each one of these stalls is going to have a hay bag, except your first stall in this trailer. Really cool, especially with these drop downs. I'll show you guys when we get out there in a little bit. If they're unfrozen, I can drop them down for you, but it's really cool to be able to drop those windows down, have these hay bags right here, and feed your horses from the outside. That way, if it's super cold like today and you're stopping for fuel and you need to feed your horses, you don't have to jump them out of the trailer if you don't want to and risk them slipping on the concrete in a gas station or something like that. It's just as simple as dropping those windows and throwing the hay in these nice hay bags. Here's that pass-through door that you guys seen from the LQ side of this trailer. So again, typically you'd use this as your hay stall, but with that hay rack, it's going to give you the option to use that as a mudroom. So on a snowy day like today, you can come in through this escape door really easy, kick your boots off, take your muddy pants off, right into your LQ and get warm. Each stall in this trailer will have a 2-way vent on it. You can set up these vents to either pull air in or pull air out of this trailer. So a lot of times you'll run a couple pulling in, one pulling out. That way you get fresh, clean air flowing over the tops of your horses at all times. You do also get some LED power in this trailer, so you will have the option to turn those lights on while you're traveling, while you're parked, whatever it may be. That way you can see what your horses are doing in here. Just checking on them. While you're traveling, a lot of times you'll have a tendency to worry about your horses. So it's really nice, again, with those drop downs, to be able to drop them, feed your horses, give your horses some light to see what they're doing, but be able to see what you're doing in here as well. You also get some nice hooks right here in case, again, it's typically, you're going to use this more as a mudroom than I would say hauling horses. You can hang coats right there. You can hang shirts to dry, clothes to dry, pants to dry, and stuff like that. So it's really handy. You do have those hooks right there. As well as some more hooks up here high on the wall with some stuff to put. I would put hay forks right there, anything like that. Just some nice storage areas in the horse compartment of this trailer. The latch mechanisms in this trailer are really slick too. I like them. They kind of hide away, so you just have a little button right here. You'll push that forward. There's no way your horse can hit that button where it's at, so they're really stout dividers and also really clean and really easy to use. They're also built on a spring, so they'll kind of pull themselves away from that wall once you unclip them. Move around to the head side of this trailer. So again, on this head side, you do have big drop downs. I'm going to see if they've thawed out by now. They have not thawed, so these are frozen shut from us watching this trailer this morning, but you do get big, nice drop downs. The windows will drop down themselves. They do have gel bars on the inside as well, so when you drop that exterior window, You will have some bars to keep your horses from sticking their head out the window, but if you want to, like I said, you can drop those gel bars as well and feed your horses from the outside. So these dudes on this head side, these are little bars. You pull a pin up here and you situate these bars, and they stick about 3.5, 4 feet out here. What that allows you to do is tie your horse straight up. So if you're tying out for a weekend and don't have stalls, it allows your horse to keep them to keep your halter up off the ground, and allows them to spin underneath that tie out, so they're not just sitting facing your trailer the whole weekend. It gives them the option to kind of walk, spin some circles. They can lay down and it'll keep that halter up off from underneath them and keep them from getting tangled. It just makes it a lot easier on your horses if you're tying out somewhere and don't have stalls. I think these are super cool. I've seen them used at multiple rodeos, multiple shows, and they always seem to work out really well for whoever uses them. Again, here's that escape door I showed you guys from the inside. You will have a chest chain, chest bar, whatever you want to call it right there, just to keep your horses from leaning against that door if you do have a horse in that front stall. Cool thing about this being a 5.5 foot short wall is all your service stuff is right here. You're going to be able to service every part of this trailer right here within this 3 foot zone, so you're not having to figure out where stuff's at. You'll have your shore cord plug right here for that cord I showed you in the back. It will be a 30 amp plug-in, so you can run it off a generator, a plug, whatever you guys want to do. And then below that, of course, it is your black and your gray tank dumps on this trailer. So everything's real nice and situated for you right here. You're not going to have to go digging through this trailer to find service in areas. So again, this is a 2016 Sundowner Santa Fe, 5.5 foot short wall. It's a really clean little trailer with some cool little upgrades, I think. Again, it's probably one of my favorite trailers on this lot, but we are starting to build up our inventory a little bit. So if this trailer interests you, or maybe another trailer interests you, always feel free to give us a call and check what we have on the lot or what we maybe have coming in. If you're interested in this trailer, the stock number is 5U211761. Again, it's a 2016 Sundowner Santa Fe, 5.5 foot short wall, 3 horse living quarter. If you're interested in this trailer, again, like I said, any trailers we have coming in, maybe some used trailers you might be getting on trade, feel free to give me a call. Again, my name's Tanner here at Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick. Phone number is 303-684-3409. Thanks for tuning in.